What's up, everybody? It's me, Savini Jason, and yeah, it's been a while, man, but I'm still around, working my way back to coming back full time on here. It's just I don't have any stable Wi-Fi at home right now. In my new apartment that I finally moved into, I'm out of that shitty ass piece of shit motel, which I will do a fucking massive rant on why you should never live in a motel, at least the one I stayed at some point in the near future. But right now, I want to give my first initial reaction and thoughts on Godzilla King of the Monsters. And this ain't going to be like a formal review. I'm just going to give you my initial thoughts on it. And I'm not going to dive into spoilers because I'm going to save that for when I can do a full, thought out fucking review on this movie. But right away, for likes and negatives, my likes about it is Godzilla himself. He's amazing in it. The scale of Godzilla and the massive thing that is fucking Godzilla in this movie is fucking awesome. It's bad fucking ass, It's CGI at its best. He looks even better and more realistic in this than he did in Legendary's Godzilla from 2014. Even though he looked massively awesome and scary as fuck and badass at certain points in that movie, like the Godzilla we get in this is even better. And especially fucking better in the third act. It's basically Godzilla on fucking steroids. So yeah, the CGI in this was great, top notch shit. I really liked what they did with him in this, and how they made him this imposing, badass, fucking massive force that what Godzilla is supposed to be. So they did very well by him in that regard. And the monsters too, as well. You had Rodan, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, or King Ghidorah, whichever way you want to pronounce it. There's two ways of doing it. But King Ghidorah was like the alpha to Godzilla, alpha rival to him. And King Ghidorah was fucking badass. I mean, that motherfucker got three heads and wings and shit, and he's like a bat from hell with three heads. It's unbelievable how cool Ghidorah looked in this. When you go back to the old school days and the kaijus and the old school Toho Godzilla films, all the monsters back then, yeah, they were played by guys in suits, but they still looked awesome as fuck back then. And now, even in CG, it still CGI did damn good with Godzilla and King Ghidorah, Mothra, Rodan. Oh man, the fire demon, as he's called, by the townspeople where he was located at in the film. Rodan looked fucking great, cool as fuck, and so. As far as for positives on this movie, it's got to be the CGI. It was done exceptionally well and unbelievably badass and accurate when it comes to Godzilla and all the rest of the monsters. Now, moving on from that. Oh, and the fight scenes. I got to mention that the choreography of the fight scenes we get with Godzilla and all the monsters was fucking exceptional. It was unbelievably cool as fuck. And if you're going into a movie like this for that alone, like you don't give a shit about the people and the characters and the story and all that crap that they build up in the first act, you're going to be very pleased with that aspect of the movie. You're going to be fucking hyped as shit when you see this. When you see the fight scenes between Godzilla and King Ghidorah and everybody else involved. It's just crazy as fuck. It's insane. It's batshit insane. Now, and especially in the third act, the fight scenes, the final boss fight between Godzilla and King Ghidorah and everyone else, top fucking notch, man. Now, if I'm talking about negatives, it's going to be the human characters. Every single fucking one of them. They suck. I mean, they're damn good actors playing these parts. Now, don't get me wrong, they got some good actors portraying these characters, but it's just they were given either really shitty, lazy dialogue or I don't know, maybe the director didn't tell them how to land a joke or how to give a good performance and stuff because they just you find yourself questioning, did this character really say that or did they really do that? Is that really their motivation in this movie? Because their motives and things they do in this are so fucking stupid and so ignorant that you just have a look on your face like, what the fuck was that? Why the fuck would you do that? Especially in the third fucking act, in regards to the military aspect of this film, they do something really fucking stupid and make a really dumbass call, and then immediately regret it right after. And if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Because it's the same method they used in the very first Godzilla movie years ago in '54 Classic, to destroy Godzilla back then. So they make a really critical, stupid fucking choice, um, and then they regret it immediately after. So, it's a frustrating movie because there's so much stuff good about it, but the characters, the human characters, are stupid as fuck. And the jokes they try to put into this, the comedy and comedic points they try to bring into this, it just falls miserably. It really does. Like you see a character say something to another one that's supposed to be funny, and like nothing. In the theater I was in, none of the jokes hit at all. I didn't get a snicker, a laugh, giggle, or anything. I didn't hear none of that shit. You don't get none of that in this movie. I honestly thought that there would be a point where I would kind of snicker or crack a smile, but no, nothing. There is nothing laughably good in this movie. And the comedic relief, the actor they chose to put in this to give you that comedic relief, he's very funny in other movies that he's been in. Revenge of the Nerds, Cabin in the Woods. He was one of the guys, one of the technicians behind the scenes in the white suit. And in anything else, he's comedy gold. He's hilarious. But in this, no. I'm sorry. They gave him shitty ass dialogue and really cringy dialogue to the point where you just go, oh my God, man, seriously. And it sucks because I went into this movie thinking that I was gonna really enjoy it a lot more than I did, but in the first half of this, I'm not bullshitting you. I was like, I was looking at my fucking watch, seeing what time it is, and I ain't even got a watch. So if I had one, I would have been constantly looking at it. But I was looking at my fucking phone and seeing what time it is, how much is left, because the first half wasn't even over yet, and I was already bored to fucking tears. And the only payoff of this movie that's really good is the third act. The third act is damn good. It's a final boss fight between Godzilla and the remaining monsters, and how that goes down is pretty awesome. It's pretty explosive, it's pretty chaotic and insane and batshit insane, just what you would want in a Godzilla movie. Now, if for me personally, if the whole movie would have been just that, and just monsters going ape shit and destroying shit and beating the hell out of each other throughout the entire fucking movie, I'd have been pleased. And not to say that I don't like a little human character interaction and a little story build up, but the first and second half just feels like that's what they're doing. They're building it up and building it up, and yeah, it pays off at the end, but it's just the characters that are trying to build it up and build the plot up. They're boring as shit, and you don't give two fucks about them if they live or die. At the end of the movie, I couldn't care less who lived or died. And a lot of them that did die, I was like, you stupid bitch, you deserve to die. You dumb bitch, you fucking deserve to die for what you just did. You dumb motherfucker. That's all I can say is that in the 2014 movie, people said that they focused too much on the human characters, not enough on Godzilla. Well, in this, it was supposed to be a good balance between the characters and Godzilla. But in this, you get the best of Godzilla and the kaiju creatures and everything, but you get really shitty fucking human characters. So if you ask me, if you're going to see this movie, please don't go for the character interactions and the plot development and shit like that, because you're going to be bored to fucking tears if that's the case. But if you're going to see Godzilla open a big ass can of monster whoop ass and serve it to all of these motherfuckers, then you will be very pleased. You will be very happy with that. And eventually I will try to do a more in-depth review and explain why I was pissed off at certain things that these certain characters did and why I thought it was really fucking stupid. So if you like this review and you're entertained, like, share, subscribe, comment down below and let me know what y'all thought about it. Did you feel the same way as I did with certain choices they made in this movie? And did you get that same feeling that a lot of shit they said was cringy as hell and they made really dumbass fucking decisions and some of them deserved to fucking die and some of them that didn't die should have fucking died? Let me know down below and we'll talk about it. I don't know when the next time will be when I'll get to post a video like this. So, like I said, I've got no Wi-Fi here. I'm just bouncing off the hotspots here and there. But hopefully, I will have this video up soon, and you can enjoy it. And if you want me to go more in depth with Godzilla, King of the Monsters, let me know down below. Because I also want to talk about the upcoming Godzilla versus King Kong, which is set to come out in 2020. And damn it, boy, do they fucking name drop the shit out of Kong in this fucking movie. I mean, there's a lot of points where you're like, oh, did we mention Kong? By the way, yeah, Kong, he exists. You know, he's another one out there. They don't shy away from the fact that Kong is very much alive and very much out there, and he's coming. You know, so that's another thing I want to discuss in my in-depth video. So yeah, I'm excited to come back for y'all and talk about this shit and get y'all's thoughts on it. So let me know down below. This has been my review. Well, my initial thought review of Godzilla versus non-spoiler review of Godzilla King of the Monsters. Spoiler review will come as soon as possible. So let me know what y'all think down below, and like, share, subscribe, all that cool shit, and I will see y'all later.